river crisis. A BBC News reports back.
The Euphrates River begins in Turkey, then flows through Syria and Iraq and empties into the Persian Gulf. The river is over 1,700 miles long and transports almost 1,000 billion cubic feet of water annually. There are many ecological problems that are currently afflicting the Euphrates River Valley. This river has helped the people that have lived along it since the dawn of civilization. One way it has helped people was by supplying food for the people that lived along the river. Another way it has helped was by allowing the people to travel by water to different civilizations along the river. Both of these factors encouraged trade. Another way that it helped was by supplying a clean source of water that could be used for irrigation and drinking water. It also allowed the people of Mesopotamia to hunt less and farm more, which directly led to the birth of civilization in the Fertile Crescent. In order to help you understand the history of this region, we are going to take you on a journey to ancient Mesopotamia, where civilization began.
Hello everybody, we are reporting live from ancient Sumer in the Euphrates River Valley. I have a fellow reporter here to talk about the history of ancient Sumer. Andrew, what do you think about this amazing river valley?
Well, Leah, the river valley is quite an amazing sight. As we speak, the first civilizations are arising. The religious and royal rulers are responsible for these great ideas. And they are at the top of the social pyramid. And then below them are the higher-up noblemen and religious leaders, such as priests. Then below them are the noblemen and scribes. Then it goes to traders, merchants, and artisans. Then it goes to the peasants and farmers. At the bottom of the political pyramid are slaves. This is known as a social hierarchy. It is a figurative pyramid.
I'm sorry to say that there is going to be a quick commercial broadcast. Please stay tuned for more.
Leah Clifford here.
And Andrew Glanson with your new invention. You want to know what it's called? I'll tell you what it's called. It's called the irrigation system. You want to know what it does? I'll tell you what it does. It makes watering your plants so much easier. So you don't have dried up, old, yucky crops. And you know what comes with this amazing package? Leah, go ahead and tell them.
Terraces. It saves space and water. And you know what that does, folks? It saves money in your pocket. Buy yourself a new little pottery dish. It'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. And the best part about it is in hundreds of years, people will be wanting these amazing things, and now you can get them for 2 easy payments of 19 gold coins. And you know what? I'll tell you this now. It's gonna make your civilization huge.
Please call 1-800-HUGE-SIV. Again, that number is 1-800-HUGE-SIV.
And 2 easy payments of 19 gold coins.
1-800-HUGE-SIV. Please call now.
And we're back. One more question for you, Andrew. How is religion important to in this ancient culture?
Well, one way you could see that religion is important to these people are their great ziggurats. These great architectural marvels show their dedication to their gods. They had many gods. They believed in one mother goddess and many other secondary gods. It was their belief that the secondary gods each controlled one aspect of daily life, and they had a god for almost every aspect of life. They also believed that gods were just like normal people, with families. The only difference was that they had supernatural powers. They also had a strong sense of good and bad, where if any injustice happened or they were displeased with the people, they would cause catastrophic event to punish the people and the citizens right over there.
Now back to the future.
Staff Ashley at the base. This is Alyssa Decker here, reporting from a studio in modern-day Iraq. I have with me here Ashley Stevens, a local scientist who is an expert on the Euphrates River. So, Ashley, what are some of the environmental problems currently affecting the Euphrates River?
Well, Alyssa, the river has its share of problems, but its two biggest are the agricultural waste products that are carried into the river by irrigation runoff and the high turbidity of the river, which is caused by annual flooding. These are both examples of non-point pollution.
And how are these things being measured?
There are different ways they can be measured. The agricultural waste, specifically nitrates, can be measured by taking samples of the water and taking it to the lab to be analyzed. Turbidity is easy to measure, as it can be done visually. The more cloudy the water, the higher the turbidity. This method isn't always 100% accurate, so a more accurate way of measuring it would be to take a sample and see how much dirt and mud is in the water.
How can these things hurt the river and those who live near it?
High turbidity is unhealthy for aquatic life. It makes the water unsafe to drink. The nitrates in the water can actually kill aquatic life if they accumulate in high amounts.
What causes these type of problems?
The high turbidity is caused by annual flooding of the river and its surrounding watershed that erodes the soil and carries it back into the river.
What is being done to stop these problems from happening?
Not a lot. The government has put laws in place to prevent point pollution, such as factories from dumping waste into the river, but not much is being done to stop non-point pollution, like agricultural waste from being carried into the river by runoff. It is the same thing for turbidity out of the river. If it isn't apparent and obvious, a problem is chemicals being dumped straight into the river, so it hasn't received as much attention. The awareness about these problems need to be raised.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I was glad to help.
Back to you, Nick.
First of all, I'd like to thank Ashley and Alyssa for those very interesting interviews. While the future of the Euphrates River may seem bleak based on what you just heard, it isn't as bad as it may seem. The governments are starting to realize that it needs to protect the river. Laws are being made to protect it further, but there is still a ways to go. If the awareness is raised about some of the problems Ashley and Alyssa discussed, then maybe the governments will pass more laws to protect the river. Maybe farmers will take steps to prevent erosion and stop runoff. But first, the awareness needs to be raised. This is Nick Despart from BBC News, signing off.